Hello and welcome to Bookish Sisters Podcast. I'm Aly.
And I'm Jaime, and we are two sisters who love talking about books.
Please make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us out and it keeps you in the loop with all things Bookish Sisters Podcast.
Our links are in our bio.
So today we thought we'd do kind of more laid back episode where it's kind of more like life updates, reading updates, kind of keep you in the loop of what's been going on.
Yes, our life has been pretty chaotic, especially mine.
Yes, which has affected me.
Life has literally exploded.
You've pulled me into the chaos.
Yes, I'm currently going through a divorce as well as moving.
Yes.
I've been living with my parents who have decided to move, so now I'm stuck moving with them.
Yeah.
I've got no choice.
So we've been trying to pack up the library.
My books are in boxes all over the place.
Yes, and I've been having ongoing health issues, which makes every day unique and different.
Yep.
Which makes it hard to navigate and know what I can handle and what I can't whenever.
Which is part of the reason why this season of Bookish Sisters Podcast is ending a little earlier than normal.
Yes, because I've had like complex and confusing weirdness going on with my health. And that is actually why we stopped doing author interviews.
Yes.
Because one minute I'm fine, the next minute I'm not, and it can yo-yo all throughout the day, all throughout the week. And it was just getting too hard.
Yeah, between your chronic weirdness and my chronic pain.
Yes.
We're both a little flaky right now.
Yes, and I didn't want to have to keep rescheduling appointments and stuff.
Yes, it's not fair to anyone.
No. So that's why we have stopped doing those for the time. I don't know if we'll be able to start them up again.
I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe not.
We'll see.
Just see.
So as a result, our reading has really slowed down.
I know. It's honestly a wonder I've been reading at all.
Same. And I feel like there's just been so much going on that when I actually have time to read, I've been too exhausted. Or I just can't focus.
Yeah, I currently have a Survivor obsession. So if I'm not reading, I am watching Survivor, and Survivor has been winning.
I've been playing a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah, but there's 50 seasons of Survivor for me to get through.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
New obsession.
But even so, like, even though reading has slowed down, we've still managed to get a lot of new favorites.
Yes.
So, starting with some of my new fantasy favorites. And, like, the first one is The Shadows That Listen.
By Louisa Carmody. And I love that one. That was my new favorite, too.
I know. I kept telling, because I read it, and I kept telling her she needed to read it, because I knew you would love it. I'm
in a fantasy slump, and that one, it was an exception.
But it probably put you in a new slump, because it was so good.
Like, I haven't been reading any fantasy.
So this one is about, like, angels and demons in a dystopian setting. It was so good.
Yeah, like, I feel like I was reading it for a while. But, like, once I finally sat down to read it and, like, took the time, it was a binge read.
Yeah, you were able to read big chunks at a time.
It just took me, like, reading, like, 2 pages a day for, like, 5 days and then one big binge read.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I loved that one.
Highly recommend it.
One of my ones that I actually finished the other day was Hunted by the Demon's Vow by A. Caudle. This is part of the Immortal Hunter series, which is 5 books, and they're all standalones.
And all written by different authors.
And they're not even, like, connected, really.
They just have a similar theme.
Kind of. I've only read 2 out of the 5, though.
I can't be 100%. I haven't read a single one.
You will like them, because the 2 I've read, you will like. This one, oh, it was so good. So you have a female main character who's voted by the town as the woman to be brought to, like, a remote island to be hunted by demons for 7 full days, like, for sport.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So you have, like, the isolated setting, and it wasn't even, like, they could have been voted there for anything. Like, something they didn't even do. And so it was a slow burn, you have a masked man, forced proximity, and brother's best friend.
That's a good tropes list.
I know. And I don't know what it is, but brother's best friend has been, like, my trope lately.
It's been in a lot of books.
And then I also read Full Shift by Jennifer Dugan. That was a graphic novel, and it was about werewolf. And it has found family, slow burn, and it's like about self-acceptance. And it was such a good graphic novel, and I loved the illustrations that went with it. So basically the main character has to come with terms with being a werewolf and like finding her place. So it has like a really good theme.
Yeah.
It was just one of those like stories.
Yes, when I saw the cover at the used bookstore, I thought it looked familiar for you, and then but such a like eye-catching cover.
Yes. And all the illustrations match that. And it's also a sapphic romance in a coming-of-age story. Yeah. So, what's not to love?
So, I don't have any other favorite fantasies.
But we shared the one.
Or than that one. But I do have a handful of new favorite thrillers. Starting off with Her Last Breath by Taylor Adams.
I loved that one.
It was really good.
It wasn't like my absolute favorite of his. And I don't think I loved it as much as you did. But I still rated it very highly.
Yeah, out of the 4 of his books that I've read, I would rank this number 3. But it was still a 5-star read for me.
Okay.
But it's like claustrophobic and atmospheric. You have like caving mishaps, which that was my first time reading a book that took place like in a cave.
Right.
And then like there's like an evil man who's like lurking within the cave. And like it was really good.
It was very suspenseful. Talking is hard today.
Isn't it always?
I'm struggling.
And then my next favorite was The Unknown by Riley Sager.
That one comes out on August 4th. I also read that arc.
And we were both shocked. Yeah. That we got approved for it.
It was pending forever.
On NetGalley. Just like, you'll always request books on NetGalley thinking you're going to be declined. And like, I feel like I got accepted by fluke.
Well, and then I was jealous, and then I, like, right after you, I got accepted, I was like, oh my gosh! And then we read it together!
Those for his previous books, when we had applied, it was an instant rejection.
Yeah. It wasn't pending for a long time.
Like, pending for 2 months, and then random exception, and I'm like, oh my gosh!
So that one has a locked room setting. It's like an isolated island.
It's a dual timeline. It was very atmospheric.
And totally binge-worthy. I don't really know how to describe it without spoiling anything. So you just are going to have to read it when it comes out, because it was so good. I think it's my new favorite of his.
It is my favorite of his.
Which says a lot, because they're all, like, 5-star reads for me. But this one was, like, a 7-star read.
Yeah, I didn't think he could top any of my favorites. And he did.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then this next one is Augusta Pine Does Not Exist by Emily Lloyd-Jones. Now, this one comes out on July 7th, and it is a spy story, because apparently I've been into spies lately. And it's like a science fiction thriller, because it has, like, futuristic vibes.
Okay.
And it was a very fast pace, and I just, like, binge read it.
I've never heard of this one before. This is my first time hearing of this.
I don't think you'd like it.
I'm not really into, like, the spy stuff.
Or the futuristic stuff.
Yeah, like, I've tried. I just don't usually vibe with it.
Yeah. This one is not for you, but I loved it.
So, some of my new favorite thrillers were Please Enjoy Your Stay by Tara Goedjen. Is that how you say it?
Or Goedjen.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm sure I ruined it. It comes out in October, and it's like a gothic, atmospheric, castle-turned-hotel.
That sounds so intriguing.
It was! And I really liked the mystery and the true crime podcast tie-in. And the main character was a nanny, and she, like, was a nanny to gain access to this place. Okay. And it all ties into her past and everything, and it was just so good.
I really like the books that have, like, the podcast elements.
I know. And I don't even think it's because we have a podcast.
No, I liked it before we had a podcast.
Right. Even before it was, like, even a thought. Fun fact, this was not, like, something that was planned. We just suddenly started a podcast. There was, like, no thought put into it.
It was Ally's idea, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Actually, it was my husband's idea. He was like, you should start a podcast. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah, Ally was on board, and I was just like, I don't know if that's for me, but okay.
And then, like, 2 days later, I was like, let's record an episode.
More so, I was worried about having to do the tech of it all.
Oh, yeah, because Jamie has to do everything because I don't know how.
And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I guess we'll figure it out.
But we don't want me trying to figure it out because I'll just mess it all up.
You make things go poof.
Yes. So another favorite is The Divorce by Freida McFadden. It's no surprise that I loved it because I've loved like everything she's written. So that one was obviously super fast paced. It had really short chapters. You have multiple points of view, and it's full of twists and turns like her books always are.
Do her books usually have multiple point of view? I feel like they don't.
Sometimes. It was so good.
I need to find it at the used bookstore.
I also can't really describe it without giving anything away. It's just like, look at the title, The Divorce. That's what it's about. It's like so many things, like if I read a synopsis or give a summary of it in any way, it can spoil things. Mm-hmm. And I just would rather not.
I know. That's why I don't read the backs of books usually.
Right. I like to go in blind because a lot of times then I'm anticipating something before I would have ever thought it would go there.
And just give me like a list of bullet points of like key elements, and that's all I need.
Yeah, like the setting, a couple tropes. That's all I need.
Yep.
And obviously the genre. So another favorite is Dawn Before Darkness by Liz Lazarus.
That was a good one.
I know, it was so good. And I know I loved it more than you did, but you still really liked it. Yeah. I've been like talking about it nonstop. I keep posting it about it on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I gave that one 4 stars. And I think it wasn't like my kind of thriller, but I still really enjoyed it. And I still like remember it in like vividly.
Yeah, so this one is about a vet tech who starts dating a guy and she learns he isn't who she thought he was. And then she finds herself up against her ex as she battles the legal system to get her life back. And it was really fast-paced. It was character-driven. I just loved everything about it. There was lots of twists that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, like, I wasn't sure about it at first. It did take me a few chapters to get into it, and then I felt invested into the characters.
Yes. Yeah.
And, like, what she was going through.
Right. It made you feel for her and root for her, and I don't know. It was so good.
Followed by moments of, oh my gosh.
I can't believe that just happened. Yeah, I loved it. So, you need to go read it.
So, moving into some of my favorite romances. So, I have a new favorite romance series. It is the Once Upon a RomCom series by Marie Soliel. You will love it.
I have them on my Kindle because you told me I had to download them on free, what was it, Stuff Your Kindle Day?
Yep. I have a Stuff Your Kindle Day obsession.
Yeah, I don't know. You've got to have thousands of books on your Kindle by now.
I have endless storage, it feels like. I haven't even put a dent into how many books my Kindle can store.
See, I don't read on my Kindle that much, so I have a lot of books on there, but I don't read them very much.
I read these all on my Kindle, and I really want physical copies one day. But the first book is Cinderluna, which is a Cinderella retelling. Mm-hmm. Then we have Isabelle and the Beast, which is the Beauty and the Beast retelling. Lily of the Tower, which is a Rapunzel retelling. And then Cookies and Kisses, which is a Princess and the Pea novella.
Is this the end of the series?
There is going to be another one. It's going to be Peter Pan and Wendy.
Is it young adult? Or like new adult?
It's new adult, but it's Spice 3.
Okay. I didn't know how it would be like in comparison to the Meant to Be series.
Yeah, so it is like the Meant to Be series. It's like the Geekerella series.
Okay.
So along the same lines. You will love it. I smiled in like 5-star read for all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Like, so good. And then my next new favorite is Formula He's the One by Andie J. Christopher. And that's like an F1 sports romance.
I still haven't read one of those.
I need you to read them so I'm not alone in like my F1 obsession.
I've literally never been sent one.
But this one comes out on September 1st and is fake dating childhood rivals to lovers. And like, enough said.
It sounds like you've read so many of them. I didn't even know until you like started reading them. I didn't even know that was like an option.
Yeah, it is my favorite kind of sport for romances apparently.
Well, I've got to get on this. I got to read one.
I've got some for you tomorrow.
We have to wait until you move and they're unpacked.
Who knows what box they're in? The labeling system is not ideal. And then this other one that's my favorite is Only One for the Orc by Isabelle Taylor. It's book 3 in the Clawhaven series. And I think you read the first book, Accidentally Wedded to a Werewolf.
I did.
Yeah, so it's in that series.
I had no idea.
And I absolutely loved it. This one was even better.
Huh.
And it comes out on August 25th. But it's like fated mates. You have an orc and a human. It's a small town, friends with benefits, and he falls first.
Well, what's not to love about that?
So good. Highly recommend it.
Have I read like an orc romance before?
I don't know. I've read many, so I would think that you've read at least one.
What was Legend and Lattes? What was the character in that?
Oh,
it was an orc?
I think so.
I think so too. So maybe I must have read a couple other books that have orcs in them.
I think it's pretty common in monster romances. Or I read the ones I'm reading.
I think I've read more of the weird ones.
I've been reading a lot of orcs and a lot of gargoyles.
I've read a couple gargoyles.
And then this last one is The Spy and I by Tiana Smith. It's like mistaken identity. And I would say it's more of a spy story with a romantic subplot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like advertised as a romance.
Okay.
So good.
So I have a couple new favorite romances too. My first one that stands out is Something You Should Know by Jen Craven. This one comes out in August. Oh, it was so good. You will love it. This one, you follow 4 women that are each inspired by a different Disney princess. And, like, what they would be like as modern-day women.
Okay.
So they each have, like, their own things they're going through in their life. And they're all, like, interconnected. And there's, like, a really strong theme of friendship. And it's a modern-day fairy tale. And you have 4 different points of view.
So is it, like, the Meant to Be series? Or is this one more serious?
I think it has more serious themes.
Okay.
Than the Meant to Be series. Because they're each going through something, like, relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as an adult, things you go through that are challenging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by that one.
I think you would really like it. It was so good. Another favorite was The Shippers by Katherine Center.
That was a good one. I didn't love it as much as a couple of her other ones.
I'm wondering, though, if it was some of the mood of everything going on when you decide to read things. And this one has a cruise ship setting, childhood friends to lovers, fake flirting, only one bed, and it has miscommunication, which is probably my least favorite trope, but it didn't really annoy me that much in this one.
See, it annoyed me in this one.
And I was laughing a lot. I thought it was really funny.
I laughed a couple times.
I know, and then when you read it before me, and then when I was reading it, and we were, like, reading together, and I would, like, laugh and tell you why I was laughing, and you're like, that is really funny. And I was like, well, I know, why didn't it get you when you read it?
Apparently I wasn't in the right mood or mindset at the time.
So another favorite of mine was Student Union by Julie Murphy. This was a college romance, and it follows Clover and Bennett, who enter a fake marriage in order to qualify for discount housing. And it was so good. It has one bed, forced proximity, touch her and die, and friends to enemies to lovers.
Yeah, I remember when you were reading that, when you were smiling and, like, gushing about it.
Like, I loved it. I know, it was one of those ones where I talked about it nonstop forever, and I was like, oh, you need to read this once it comes out. It was so good. That's one of the worst things about reading things early when we're not given the same things, and I love something, no, you'll love it. I'm like, I have it, but you can't read it yet.
I'm like, gotta wait till pub day. Yeah.
And then, like, that one I have art copies, so it's, like, special.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like the normal copies.
I know, I have so many arcs that I really want you to read, but I'm also, like, I don't know that I want you to read my art.
I know they're prized possessions.
It doesn't matter if they came out, like, 3 years ago. You can't read it.
Except for you have given me some.
I have.
Like, how did you part with Hidden Pictures and give me your art?
Because I got a hardcover.
Well, I got a hardcover too right after.
And then I got the signed book plate to put in it, so I
did good. Too, but and then I was like, I can't give you your art back. It's mine forever.
Yeah. Moving on to graphic novels.
Yes.
Okay, so I absolutely love the Heartstoppers.
Yes.
Literally the other day, I bought volumes 3 and 4, and I read them the same day.
Yes. In the car on the way home from the store.
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
I know, I told you they just get better and better. I love this series so much.
I was like, I liked the first one. The second one was okay, and then I loved 3 and 4.
Was it the fourth one that was kind of like heavier and more serious? I don't know. You really feel for the characters.
Yeah. I don't know how the author was able to, like, do it so well.
Especially with so little words on the page.
But you were feeling for the characters.
I know.
And then the Princess Diaries graphic novel, which comes out soon.
That was so good. Oh, yeah, because we were both approved. Because you read it and told me I had to try and get it, and I got approved. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, even though I'm reading it on my phone.
I know. The thing with the graphic novels, you can't always get them on the Kindle.
No, I was having to read it on my little tiny phone screen.
But, like, and formatting is, especially early copies, can be so messed up.
Oh, I know. Sometimes they have, like, banners blocking out all the words going across the whole screen.
But this one was, like, flawlessly set up.
Oh, I loved it.
I read all the whole series back in, like, high school and absolutely loved it. I loved the movies. And this just captured it all. Yeah. And, like, I hope they continue adapting all of the books into the graphic novel. I still need to read this series. I think, 1 through 3? I have a volume that has 1 through and 3 in it. Yeah. And I've never found the other ones, because of course I have a 3-in-1, so I have to find the rest in 3-in-1. I wish I still had the whole series in hardcover. Well, that's our new project. We'll start finding them at all the used bookstores one by one. Then you can cave and buy the box set for like $40. That might be better, but it's like fun to search. Yeah, and it's fun to search for. And like it's gonna get confusing though, because I saw like at least when they reprint it in box set, they changed the titles. That is so confusing. So like I don't know if they like modernized it, and that's why like the titles got changed. Could be. But that's going to be very confusing in the collecting. So that's going to be a problem. We're going to need a cheat sheet for, like, what the titles were in the series and what the new titles are for every book in the series. Yeah. Why do we change the titles of books? Why is that a thing? I don't know. It just causes confusion, and I'm going to wind up with multiple copies. So... let's do a bookish this or that. Okay. Get to know us edition. Because I've been liking to throw these in episodes. Because I think they're fun. And I never know what you throw away into these lists. So let's start easy and do hardcover versus paperback. Hardcover all the way. I think so too. I feel like I mostly have hardcovers. I feel like I'm pretty split in my library. But if I have the opportunity to get a hardcover, it's gonna be a hardcover. But it also depends on what I'm, like, sent to start with. If it's a hardcover, then obviously I want the rest in hardcover. Yeah. If it's a paperback, I try and get them all in paperback. And if I get, like, an arc, I hope I'm sent the others in the series that are matching, and then I don't always upgrade it. Yeah. Hardcover is my preference, or whatever will make my series match. Yes. And, like, I just like the way the hardcovers are on the shelf. And I feel like they're more durable and they last longer. Yeah. Whereas the paperbacks, the corners are always getting, like, curled or, like, separated. And I don't know. Yeah, I feel like paperbacks do not last as long. And their spines crack so easily. I know. You'll just be reading it so carefully, and next thing you know, your spine has a crack in it. I swear sometimes they crack over time without even being opened before. I would believe that. Because I've had that happen with some cozies. I buy them brand new, haven't even read it, it's been sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, why is the spine starting to crack? Or some of the indie ones. Oh, sometimes, like, the glue disintegrates or something, and then the whole jacket comes off, and I'm like, what happened? I have some indie books that I have not read yet that are literally falling apart just from sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, I've had the same, I think some of the same ones. And I've had, like, pages falling out because they're coming unglued, and I'm like, what is happening? I've witnessed you sitting down to read, and all of the pages fell on your face. You're like, what is happening? Read 3 pages, flip the page, have it fall out, and then try and put them all back together in the right order. I'm like, what is this? It's like all loose pages.
So, would you rather get up early or stay up late?
I am someone who is more likely to stay up late than get up early.
I'm get up early all the way. I do not stay up late.
You were such a morning person.
I know. I literally spring out of bed, sing around the house.
All of which I've witnessed.
And then it's like 9 o'clock, I'm out. That's as late as I'll stay up.
Oh, I do get up early a lot of the time. But
Yes.
I also stay up ridiculously late a lot of the time.
And you also, when you wake up early, you remain a zombie until like 11 o'clock.
I'm a zombie until lunch, and so I have to like wake up super early for podcast days.
Yes. And come with coffee in tow.
And I need to be up for at least like 2.5 hours before I can function.
Yeah.
So I have to plan that into my podcast day, like, routine.
So are you a couch reader or a bed reader?
I'm more of a bed reader.
I literally can't read in bed because my arms fall asleep. Yeah. If I have my arms up at all, they literally fall asleep. So I have to read on the chair, like on a chair and a couch where my hands are down low.
I feel like a lot of my reading happens in bed or my reading chair. But I'm more likely to read in bed. And then I'm up way too late reading until I finish a book.
And I can't even, like, comfortably prop myself up in bed. Because my arms still go numb and fall asleep, so...
You've seen my bed. I use at least 8 pillows.
Yeah, I have, like, 6.
There's way too many pillows in the bed, and I have to say, I do use all of them at some point.
So, would you rather have a big bash or an intimate, like, gathering?
Intimate gathering.
Same.
Like, I like the idea of the bigger bash, but I also have social anxiety, and, like, it stresses me out.
Yes.
Like, I have a hard time even with, like, our family gatherings sometimes.
Yeah, I, like, zone out. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'll just, like, literally zone out, and you will not get, like, me to talk. But if we're somewhere where I'm comfortable or I'm familiar with the people and it's a small, intimate setting, you're more likely to, like, get to the real me and, like, get to see my actual personality.
Yeah, the only way I, like, cope with, like, the bigger gatherings is if we're doing something like playing a game and it's not just, like, standing around talking. If we were doing something, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So, would you rather read in a coffee shop or read in a park?
Coffee shop. One, because I can have coffee, and 2, I'm allergic to the outdoors.
You're not going to get me to read in either setting. There's too much going on. I would end up, like, people watching, or, like, there's too much I couldn't focus to read.
I don't know, I would have a really hard time focusing either way.
I'm also now allergic to the outdoors.
I know, isn't that horrible?
But it's different. You get, like, skin rashes. Like, my eyeballs get swollen and irritated, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yes, I'm allergic to all the common plants that are literally everywhere.
You're allergic to dandelions.
And I'm allergic to daisies, which even makes it so I can't go into the grocery store.
Yeah.
Why are they putting flowers in every entrance?
And not only that, we just were at, where were we? Target?
Yes.
We went to go to we went in there and we had to go to the bathroom.
Yes, thank you for Target for putting all the flower bouquets right in front of the bathroom.
Or at the checkouts. They're always at the checkouts.
Then I have to, like, be itchy until I can get home.
Well, how can they anticipate you going and being allergic to daisies?
Okay, but it is a really common allergy. Just, I have it to, like, an extreme level.
Yes, because it's, like, airborne for you.
So, like, it's not an uncommon allergy. It's just, I have it worse than most.
So, would you rather get a pie in the face or slip on a banana peel? Bet you didn't see that one coming.
So, neither, obviously. But I think pie in the face, because it would be easy to wash off, and I would not get hurt.
Right. I feel like it's the same.
Although slipping on a banana peel, when you watch it happen, it's funny.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's something that could actually happen other than on TV, but fun fact, our brother has actually slipped on a banana peel in a parking lot. You really can slip on a banana peel.
Yeah, so, like, it would be amusing. Like, we would all be laughing.
Yeah.
But chances are, I would fall, and I would actually get hurt because I have messed up body parts.
Yes. And similarly, I would also have the same problem. Oh, man.
So, because of that, pie in the face it is.
I think I'd rather have a pie in the face, but I'd have to make sure it doesn't go in my mouth because I can't eat anything.
Oh my goodness.
So, always with coffee or always with snacks?
Always with both.
I was gonna say, I feel like you always have both.
If I had to pick, probably coffee. Because, like, if I get a frozen coffee, then it can double as a snack. Kind of.
I don't really understand that, but okay. I never have really drank coffee, and I literally can't now. And snacks, I guess I am always with snacks because I have to have snacks.
I know, but, like, up until, like, this past, like, year and a half, you were never a snacker, or...
No.
And you were never with coffee.
Now there's, like, certain times that I have to eat a snack, so... So, would you rather sneeze confetti or hiccup bubbles?
That... I'm gonna say hiccup bubbles, because I don't hiccup that much, although I used to all the time whenever I had anxiety and I was nervous, I would get hiccups. But now I feel like I sneeze way more than I hiccup, so we're gonna go with hiccup bubbles.
You do sneeze a lot. I also think I'd go with bubbles, because I also sneeze a lot. And that would make such a big mess. Having confetti go everywhere every time you sneeze. And there's never just one sneeze.
No.
It's like multiple, so, like, how much confetti is gonna shoot out each time? You know what I mean?
It'll be a mystery. Like,
and bubbles are kind of sticky. They leave a residue. So that would be a problem depending on where you are. But, I mean, how often do you actually get the hiccups? It's very rare.
Yeah, nowadays it's rare. So,
but when you get them, sometimes it's like on and off for the whole day. So that would be problematic.
But hiccups once in a blue moon versus you sneeze probably, at least once a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, library or a bookstore?
Bookstore.
Same. I can't even remember the last time we went to the library. Well, that's not true. We went like 2 years ago just to look at our local library to see what they had.
I don't know. Going to libraries causes anxiety.
Yeah.
Why?
And, like, I don't feel like I need to go to the library because I literally have a home library. And I'm sent so many new releases that I don't need to, like, go and try and get them in the library.
Yeah. And, like, I like bookstores. I like bringing home books and owning them.
Yes.
And, like, again, going to the library, it gives me anxiety having, like, the deadline of when to read it.
Yeah.
And knowing that you have to return it by a certain time. And, oh no, what if something happens to this book?
Yes. And as a mood reader, I'm like, what if I'm not in the mood to read it and I have 2 weeks to read it?
And, like, reading it by a deadline, not a big deal.
And I like the hunt at the bookstores.
And, like, we take care of our books, so I don't know why it stresses me out so much having, like, being borrowing your book.
It's just because you know you have to give it back in the same condition. And, again, like, what if your cat pukes on it or eats a corner of it? Like, these are real problems.
What if you drop it in a puddle in transport?
Right, you just never know.
Like, unlikely, but it could happen.
So, you're in the process of moving. Yes. And it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, there's literal boxes all over the place.
Because you have, what, like 2,000-ish books?
Yeah.
Which is a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot to me, but... And it doesn't necessarily look like a lot on the shelves, but the amount of boxes it's taking to pack them and the length of time it's taking to pack, it makes me hope I never move because I have, like, double the amount of books that you do.
Yeah. And, like, it is so overwhelming. Especially, like, me dealing with my chronic pain while packing them.
Yeah.
It's pack half a box, take a rest. Pack half a box, take a rest.
Yep.
And then wherever I set up the box and start loading it up, it is stuck there because I can't move it.
Right. I know, when I was over helping you, we're, like, on cushions on our knees, and we're, like, having to constantly take breaks, and then we'd work as a team to, like, kick a box out of the way.
Oh, I'm so thankful for your husband, because he's been moving all the boxes, like...
He's coming over tonight to help move more.
I just load up a box and it's abandoned in the middle of the room. That's all I can do.
It's so inconvenient.
I try to be smart about where I set it up. But there is no smart location. It's just, where is it going to be a problem?
And we've been using smaller book boxes,
Mhm.
like, that are, like, thicker cardboard. So there not too many books are in them, so it's not too heavy. But there's always, like, an awkward gap. So there's, like, flexibility. So we've been taking, like, all of the little Nancy Drew file paperbacks and jamming them in, like, every crack.
All of the cozy mysteries, they're in that small paperback form. And then random, like, vintage Agatha Christie's that are, like, that small.
And then random packing I tell you, all of the PR boxes we've been sent, like, all of the crinkle paper and, like, the tissue paper and, like, the packing paper has all been put to use.
Yep. all the small PR boxes are being stuffed with the special editions.
Yep.
And it is going to be a pain to move single boxes.
But
only
you and I can manage that. Yes. We can jam as many as we want in your car, and it won't be too heavy for us to carry. So I think it's going to work out.
My car is permanently a bookmobile.
Yeah. And I am really curious about, like, your new library setup. Because right now, you have, like, 4 shelves lined up together.
I have, like, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, making a corner.
Yeah, kind of like what's behind us.
And then across the way, I have another 2 shelves and a half shelf. And then around the other corner is a weird cube thing.
Right.
That also has more.
So, like, all the white ones are the ones lumped together, and the ones that are brown are on a different wall.
With so the white ones sandwiched in between.
Right. So I'm just curious to see how we're going to be able to set it up so that it looks, like, not disjointed.
I know. I have such a mismatched like, set of shelves.
But it kind of seems like you might have, like, a good wall space to have your shelves lined up without, like, windows and doors breaking it up. Because, like, in this room, it's like every couple shelves there's a window or a door or a closet door or something. So I can't have, like, the nice long wall of shelves like a lot of people do.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to how it's going to be set up. And then, like, the other question is, how should I set it up? How do I want to organize the books? Like, I had them by genre. Do I still want to do that?
Because you've done by color before, but that makes it really hard to find stuff.
I'm not going to be able to find stuff anyways because I'm not going to know where anything
But
is.
if you go by color, then series are broken up, authors are broken up. It makes it really hard to find stuff.
I don't know that I want to do by color. I like the idea of it, though.
Yes, but then I also think, like, look behind me. Most of my shelves, the books are black. So when you're doing it by color, you don't have a lot of color.
Yeah. But, like, if I do by genre, do I want to have, like, a category of organization by, like, author or, like,
sports romances and different things?
Some people do publisher. I don't know.
But I have so many books that go together where they'd be separated if I did by publisher, because a lot of them are indie published, then they get picked up, or they change publishers, and they're not together.
And, like, if I do by author, do I want to, like, alphabetize? But then that's not going to work when it comes to series that are written by different authors.
Well, and you have to think, you have so many books that have to go on the shelf, and you have to Jenga them so they all fit. So if you're doing it certain ways, you might have different height issues, so you can't stack books on top and stuff.
So maybe it's just going to be genre chaos.
Well, it doesn't have to be chaos.
Let's be real, it's going to be chaos.
It can be organized chaos. I'll help you. I've got you.
Just figuring out what genre books are is hard sometimes.
So, are you leaning that your book organization will not change then?
I don't think it will too much. I would like it to be a little bit more organized.
Well, I think you need less books or more shelves for that to happen.
I'm in the same gonna happen.
I know, I'm in the same boat, and they just, it's never ending. I'm always buying books, being sent books. I don't think that's gonna stop.
I'm hoping I'll get at least one new shelf.
I've outgrown my space.
I know, you need, like, an expansion into your swamp.
I do, because I really, truly need at least one full bookcase per genre in addition to what I have.
Yeah.
And then I think I would still run into the same problem, but...
I don't know how it's gonna, like, wind up coming together.
So if I were to start my library over, do you think I would change anything?
I think you would try and make the organization a little bit better.
Do you think, now is this if I had the same space I have now, or if it was somewhere new?
If you had somewhere new and like a bigger space.
If I had a bigger space and I had and it was different, I would think I wouldn't have giant windows on all the walls and doors everywhere.
Yeah.
Leading to closet in the hallway and stuff. And then I think it would be easier to fit more shelves. Because I'm limited in having to have half shelves because of the windows in a lot of spaces.
Do you think your organization would stay the same, or do you think you would change it?
It would definitely be by genre still. Because that's what I've learned I've liked best, because I've tried other methods. I don't know. If I had like more space on the shelves and didn't have so much like having to puzzle piece it to make everything fit, I think I'd have more flexibility and I would probably change some of it a little bit.
Do you think your special editions would stay on, like, be sprinkled throughout like you have them now, or do you think you'd have a shelf dedicated to just the specials?
I love the idea of having like a whole shelf dedicated to like sprayed edges out now that I actually have a handful, but I also still think that I would want them with their friends.
Yeah, I have my sprayed edges currently out and sprinkled.
I did, and now I don't.
Although I don't know the titles of any of the books that I have.
Right. Edges. I was never remembering what those books were, so I wasn't able to grab them for like, videos and stuff.
No, this one's pretty. Maybe I'll read this.
And I was afraid because I do have big windows with light shining in. I didn't want them fading anymore, so like I flipped them around.
Perks of basement life. You don't have windows.
I lived in a basement for a long time. I know the perks. Thank you for tuning in to Bookish Sisters podcast. Due to life's chaos, we're going to end this season a couple episodes early.
But not to worry, once life settles down, we'll be recording new episodes.
Happy reading!